Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely, lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. And yes, we are going to be looking at a subpoena for AH, which is kind of interesting and kind of funny all at the same time. Christina Taft is the one who has sent the subpoena to her, and in matter of fact, she's also subpoenaed 23 other people. And seeing how this one is literally padded out, because if I just remove my camera, as you can see, it will... Oh, let's do it again. As you can see, it's 70 pages long. And out of the 70 pages, I'd probably say maybe 10, maybe 15 at the most is all that was needed. A lot of this is just filler, and it seems to be that Christina Taft has padded it out to make it look, you know, for whoever's residing over this, looking at it, to be like, oh my god, there's a lot of stuff here. But she has repeated the same things over numerous pages. So I actually have a cheat sheet by here, which I'm going to follow, hopefully get it right, because, like I say, out of those 70 pages, only a handful are actually worth looking into. So, obviously, the first couple of pages are going to be the certificate, you know, the actual subpoena that she's commanded and going forward. But then, from here, we need to go to page 17, where we go into the exhibits. And as you can see there, please be advised that plaintiff likely cannot obtain an injunction or restraining order without your reply of documentation and or declaration of a witness. So obviously with this now, Taft may not get what she wants if AH doesn't reply to it, which is always funny. But even from these straight away, you know, we have to go to page 20 because we've got to miss a few out. And these are the ones where Thomas Urban, who is a lawyer, and for, for Fletcher, Heald, and Hildreth. And the interesting thing about that is that this gentleman is no longer with them. So this is what it is. Thomas Urban is a member of Fletcher Heald, who represents various clients. When you click his page, we're sorry, this page no longer exists. Getting back to the email anyway, this is what we get. So this is what Elaine has sent to Thomas Urban. Thanks for checking in. Barresi's been around since long before my time. He's popped up on media reports. You know, the usual chit-chat of what this is. He's reached out to my office on various occasions, but we have never communicated with him or given him a platform. He very possibly has sent me emails, along with the tens of thousands I've received, but I would no recall his. I am relatively certain Ballard would have ignored him as well. We were still getting a lot of negative emails when I came out in August, and I still get them. And obviously this is February 2023, a good, 9 months after the trial. But when you see all of this, the next email I'm about to show you is very interesting because this one is showing what Paul actually sent to Adam. So I can't show you the top part, obviously, because it has got people's emails in. But what it is, this is what Paul sent to Adam Waldman, but he also CC'd Mario Nitrini into it. And Mario Nitrini is also one of the witnesses that AH is being subpoenaed alongside with. But this is what we got from Paul to Adam. Richard Albertini worked at the Viper Room in the early 90s as a barrack. AH's lawyers suggested I contact him in the summer of 2019 while I was working for her because he had reached out to them claiming he had dirt on Johnny, which we will get into in the next couple of emails because it's like holy hell. This is absolutely insane. Because if anyone had these type of details and actual evidence to back it up, it'd be bad, So, after talking to him and communicating with him on Facebook, I deemed him as a nutcase and cut ties with him. He's been badgering me ever since with this crazy nonsense. His behaviour, however, has escalated out of control, so I wanted to give you the heads up. Albertini is posting nonsense without fact or basis on social media. He has already been booted from Facebook and Twitter for his antics. My friend Mario Nitrini, who tells me he has corresponded with you, brought all this to my attention because beyond Facebook, I really don't do social media. I've asked Mario to forward you whatever Albertini is posting as it pertains to Johnny to you FYI. Stay well. Hope they are back from you soon. Sincerely, Paul. Now, I am going to skip a couple more pages because, again, it's just nonsense that she thought, oh, this'll make it look good. To be honest with you, it makes it look absolutely ridiculous. But page 33. So now this is the stuff that Richard Albertini did in an interview with Paul. So, Albertini alleges as follows. Johnny Depp, DP from now on, did all of this to Winona Ryder, Carrie Otis, Kate Moss, and model Stacey Lopez. He met Johnny through Sal Janko in 1990 when they bought the Viper Room, operated sophisticated money laundering scheme. Albertini oversaw Viper Room protection fees to the mob. Okay. DP has a long history of this. He's on all kinds of this. You know, medications, in and out of rehab, and multiple doctors writing different scripts for him. He is obsessed with buying memorabilia of himself, paying ridiculous amounts of money. Not one person ever said JD was depressed or complaining about his relationship with AH. Jonathan Shaw said he witnessed JD do this multiple times, but will never admit to it because JD is his meal ticket. JD financially supports an artist who of public figures engages in this. JD extinguished a smoke, I think that's probably the best word we can actually do it, on Stacey Lopez's head because he was angry. Kate Moss was dancing with her. DJ's Daddy Carlos or Richie Rich witnessed this. Big Ed Shaw witnessed the incident along with other bouncers. JD played a role in the passing of River Phoenix. And then you just got all of these by here, which as you can see, it's just absolutely crazy. You know, that JD did this to Carrie Otis, Mickey Rourke's ex-wife, in the face. Yeah, no. Again, you see all of these and it's like, what the hell? You know, the police were called, so I take it there would be police records. She hasn't put them here, has she? And I can't find anything. And then you got like here now that JD used to do this to Winona Ryder. Used to do this. One night she was crying, locked out of her car, and Johnny would not help. He did all of this. Yeah. As you can see, there is so much with all of this. It's like, really? You are absolutely just crazy. And then you always say, it just carries on. Look at it. Absolutely crazy. Again, you know, like going on about he's a satanic worshipper and all this. River Phoenix was a planned sacrifice. Alice Cooper can stand up everything. Albertini alleges herein absolutely illegal high-dollar gambling took place at the Viper Room downstairs in the basement. This room was called the Crow's Nest. Albertini recruited all of this, and you just see it, and it's like, really? What the hell is going on? Because if you look at all of this, and I don't care what anyone says, Johnny Depp is not that powerful, and he wasn't back then either. You know, so to all of this to not be come up anywhere else apart from this guy doing it, it's absolutely just, it's just crazy. But if we go down to the next page as well, though, this is what Amber's lawyers actually said. Paul, I spoke with Amber and she thinks that it would be worth going further into the Viper Room related dealings. So her wish is my command. Please continue to look into JD's behaviour, prioritising, not to the exclusion of other investigations, incidents where JD was personally involved. One particular lead I can offer on this point is Richie Albertini, who contacted my office some months before you were hired by our firm. He claims to have witnessed JD doing a lot of heinous acts, including what we said with the woman, and also knows of another woman who is making a documentary, Friends of the Viper Room, that might be a good lead into other similar information. Now, obviously, with all of this, it's really interesting to see that none of this has come out anywhere else regarding all this absolute mind-blowing stuff. You know, I've been trying to find things. You find like little Viper Room stories here and there, like so many like the actors, you know, you got people who performed there, and it's like, right, okay, understandable. But then when you see that and they're saying, oh, Alice Cooper, he can admit to all of this, that is true. Alice Cooper is a devout Christian. He literally is. And he has gone on talking about his spiritual way with God and Jesus and everything else. If Alice Cooper saw all of this, he would have done something about it. He wouldn't be performing in a band or anything with him. You know, that's why it's absolutely just insane. But then, now we're on page 36, and pages 37 to 65 is literally nothing. And when you get to page 65, it's just a TRO that Taft has tried to get against Barresi. And it's absolutely just mind-blowing, because with that there, I can read a bit of it. You really can't get people to look at that and go, oh yeah, she's telling the truth with all of this. Because she's just scribbling. There's also a few other things that we can't go into at this moment in time. But then we got this by here, which is a demand to cease and desist to Adam Waldman and Paul Barresi from about a year or so ago. And it's just not going to work. It just isn't. So much stuff has gone on with this. It's just like, Christina, you've done 70 pages where you are literally nothing but waffling on. You are repeating the same thing. You are putting the same texts, but in email form. You're doing it in social media tweets. You're putting it all together, and it's like, one is enough, you know? But then there's some other ones where you'd see that people who have been talking about this, a lot of them don't actually back Christina Taft. Christina Taft, we all know, has got a history of mental illness. We know this. Everyone does. And like we were saying before, when she was at the trial in Virginia, people actively tried to avoid her. And when you see that, it's like, try and stay away, because, well, all we got to think about is her poor mother. You know, that's that situation there, which sadly she did perish in a fire. And seeing all of these things, and it's like, with this here, because it's against Paul Barresi and Adam Waldman, there's no need to put in these emails between Paul going to Adam or Paul interviewing this Richard Albertini guy. Because how is that against AH? How is that against Christina Taft? That's why I think a lot of this is just padding, and her putting in different formats. It's just to make the document look large and, oh my God, this could be dangerous. There's so much paper here. You know, that sort of thing. But we will be getting more of this over the next couple of weeks. I will keep you updated on what's going on, guys. But if you are new, like and subscribe. Let us know down below in the comments what you think of this, because it's still mind-blowing to me that Christina Taft thinks she can get away with something like this, because it is going to cost her a lot of money. It really is. Especially when her lawyer is a disbarred lawyer. Yeah, we did a video of that a couple of months ago. Go check it out. I'll leave a link here and at the end for you lovely folks. So if you are new, like and subscribe, hit the notification buzz, and I will see you soon.